What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'd continue singing, but there's a good chance we might get copy struck. Plus, you gotta laugh or you cry at this point. I mean, it's the honest truth. I know you guys are gonna be happy with me. We need to talk about this. Time to do the player ratings. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it's Wednesday, March 16, 2022. And of course, I have your latest player ratings for the match that was, as Juventus's Champions League hopes burnt, crashed, whatever you want to say, whatever terminology you want to use, literally were reduced to rubble within the span of a couple hours here on a Wednesday afternoon. For me, probably in the evening for most of you guys that watched it. Obviously, it was a night game. But it just was, the devastation and despair I think we're all used to at this point. Before I really get into it, though, please go ahead and hit that like button. Do something nice for me. Give me something positive out of this day. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. We're going to be here with you all the way until Juventus is back in the Champions League, where they should be, at the top, at the peak, a place they haven't been since I was 5 years old. I mean, they've been in the final game, but they haven't won the freaking thing since I was 5, and now I'm bald and bearded and, all that stuff. Anyway, guys, if I didn't even say already, I'm Justin Sofro. We're going to get through this. Some thoughts. We've had a little bit of time, really, for me personally, to cool down, to take a minute, to have a breather, woosah, if you will, something to cool down, calm, and reflect on what's going on, what's happening here at Juventus. And I want to say this, that I'm having it with a level head, okay, guys? But we as Juventus fans, the Juventus, the club, the business, Agnelli, Allegri, the players, we've got to do better. We've got to do a lot better. We have to expect more. I'm sick of it. For now on, and I know we came into this channel and we were doing this way, but we were very, some people would say we're very overly critical or harsh. I think this put all of that on display right away. It just showed you the exact reason why we were so critical. These players that Juventus have are not good enough. The players are utilizing, and I understand there's plenty of excuses. You could throw whatever excuse you want out the door. I mean, you could say, all these players are injured. All these guys are coming off of injuries. Oh, they have whatever, yada, 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 yada. Fine. Okay, fine. But let's not kid ourselves with what this is. Juventus, it was around a 16. But for the last 3 years, Juve, who's supposed to be, who we all claim to be a top club. I know a lot of people did not like Allianz saying that Juventus is a small club right now, but everything of the way they've done their mercados, outside of purchasing, Ronaldo one time and purchasing Vlahovic, these other players, these other deals they're giving away, they're acting like a small club. Maybe they're spending big club money, but they're acting like a small club by spending big club money on useless, worthless players. Rabiot, I'm talking to you. Rugani, you know how I feel about Rugani. I've been trying to get easier on him, but he played an okay game until that moment. But that moment opened the floodgates, and it ruined Juventus' season. Let's be honest, that's where we are. A lot of players that just aren't good enough. Obviously, you look at the roster, and there's some guys that are. Matthias de Ligt, good enough. Did he have a good performance today? I don't think so. Vlahovic, not a good performance by Vlahovic. There are some good players. There are some good pieces. But then we have aging pieces. Quadrado, who's becoming an issue. Danilo's fine. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get through all these players and do the ratings. But that's the issue right now. Juve does not have the right pieces or the right horses. And at the same time, as much discredit as Allegri deserves, and he deserves a lot of it. He deserves a lot of frustration, a lot of your hate, or whatever you want to say. He deserves a lot of it. This isn't all on him. This has to be put at the feet of the management. of the guys that purchase the players, that buy the people, that have been doing this year after year after year. It's the reason Paratici left, right? It's the reason why we have Cherubini and Oliva Bene and people like that moving up and doing the job differently. I think that they see that changes need to be made. Juventus cannot operate this way and pretend to be a big club for much longer. That's why Inter and Milan and crappy old Napoli, the Detroit of Italy, are able to catch up and right now have a strong lead in the Scudetto race. It's the reason why Juventus has struggled, because you don't have players that are good enough. Where we go from here, I mean, that's a whole other story in itself. Obviously, Juve are going to have to make some more moves in the Mercado. They had a good start in the Mercado in January, but they have to kick their ass in gear in the summer and get some serious players. We talked about it. We've talked about the idea of Pogba, Jorginho, whatever you can get. You need a top-tier midfielder. You probably need a second one. I'm not going to say top tier, but Gravenberch, somebody like that. Somebody where we're not playing bums like Rabiot. Rabiot does not need to be on a football field. He has no place on the field for Juventus. I mean, if you were playing for Fiorentina or something like that, fine. Go play for Lille. Go play for whatever. Lyon. Do something like that. You don't deserve... Go back to PSG. Go play in that league. You don't belong in being Serie A. And I'm going to be honest. As much as I love Serie A, let's not act like Serie A is that great of a league. But then you also... This is really also an indictment of, unfortunately, of Serie A. When you look at that and you see how they're playing right now, you see them go out there and they can't perform against Villareal. I'm not talking about Real Madrid. I'm not talking about Barcelona. I'm not talking about, obviously PSG's out of it. Obviously Barcelona, whatever. But at the same time, you know what I'm talking about. It's not good enough. Do better. It's frustrating. I can't see how many of you all are okay with this. And I know it's not all of you, but there are a lot of fans out there that are hushing it or saying, it's okay. It's a building process. It is a building process. But you should be able to beat Villareal. You should be able to beat them. There is no excuse. There's no excuse for losing to Porto. There's no excuse for losing to Lyon. And there damn well is no excuse for losing to Ajax a couple years ago. They did have Demolished. Yeah, whatever. But at the same time, something has to be done. I know I really just going on a rant right now about the issues with the club, with the team. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend really breaking down the ratings. I'll give you my ratings. They ain't good. There you go. They ain't good. The ratings are not good. The team played like absolute dog shit. And it was frustrating to watch. You had this moment pinpointed on your calendar since the last one. If you remember the first match in Villareal, Juventus literally went in there with a skeleton crew and were able to pull it out with a 1-1 draw. Then you go in here, you play 70 minutes. The first 45, what's the saddest part of this is saying the first 45 minutes was Juve playing a good game. And it was. But the problem with that right there is that Juve played 45 good minutes, maybe the best football they could play with the team that they've got. Rabiot bums. Sorry. Sorry. Some players don't deserve that. Delict, Vlahovic, Rabiot, you deserve it. Players like that. Let's not even kid ourselves though either. DeScilio. Guys like that who, while I think have played better under Allegri than they played under, other coaches in the past, they're not good enough to be on the squad. They're not good enough to play for Juventus. You should be frustrated as fans that they're even wearing the shirt, to be honest. That they're making money out of your club. I'm not just talking pennies and dollars. I'm talking about millions of euros. Enough to retire off of from your club while doing nothing. It's not good enough. Okay. Where was I? The team's just frustrating. It pisses me off. This is where I sit. I didn't get a chance. I thought I cooled down. Maybe I didn't cool that down. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Let's just go ahead. Let's jump into it. Here are your freaking ratings. Let's go. All right. The first up one is Wojciech Szczesny. 5.5 rating. Some statistics have him as the worst player out there today. I don't think it was. He had a couple of moments. Obviously, the penalty, thanks to Rugani, wasn't a good start. And then the floodgates open. 2 more goals, and Juve got beat down at home. Sorry, 3-0 for Juve. That's a beat down. It's a beat them down. You don't get to celebrate anything. You don't get to act like you're having a good season when you get beat down like that at home to Villareal. All right. 1 accurate long ball. That's what he did. That's his stats. Okay, he was pretty effing bad. He was bad, okay? That's what it is. Chesney wasn't that good. 5.5 rating, I probably should drop it if we're being honest. These ratings don't matter today. Honestly, you're all crap. Okay, let's continue on. Danilo, 5. Fine. I mean, Danilo did a couple... He's been adequate, but it's still not good enough. All right, he had 1 ground to a 1. Let's see what his stats are. 1 ground to a 1, 4 clearances, 3 interceptions, 1 tackle, 6 accurate long balls, 1 shot blocked. I honestly feel like if we're being honest, I don't care about the stats. You know what? I don't care about the stats today. Throw the stats out. We're done. Done with stats. No more stats. Stats are over. This is today's ratings. This is how we're doing them. We're going to move through them quick, and then we're going to move on and talk about the rest of the season. All right, let's do it. Danilo, 5, whatever. Delict, 5. Obviously had the handball at the end. I mean, I don't know. What else do you want me to say? Delict, overall, fine, but then at the end, floodgates open, nothing happened. All right. Rugani, 4. Literally the point of the point of the change in the game was Rugani doing a stupid penalty. Stupid penalty, overly aggressive with his tackle, no reason for it. Didn't even get to the ball. 4. You cost the game. DeCilio, 5. Another player that at this point, like I said, as much as I've given DeCilio Rugani credit this season, just looking at this when you go up against a team out of La Liga, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to go up against real competition. Not good enough to go against a Champions League kind of quality. And that's what we're talking about each year in, year out, right? That's what we want to do. We want to win a Champions League for the first time in freaking ever since I had a full head of hair and no beard. A lot smaller. All that stuff, it's not happening. All right, let's continue on. Cuadrado, 5. At this point, Cuadrado, in your season, you're doing nothing for the club. You've regressed massively since the first half of the season. Again, like I said plenty of times before, if he's not delivering well-placed crosses, if he's not delivering headers or anything like that, something to create corner kicks, well, he's doing nothing for your team because defensively, he's useless. 5. I don't know. Locatelli didn't have a good game either. 5. Artur, I gave you credit. I gave you credit yesterday, Artur. Or not yesterday, last match. Yeah, I was down there singing your praises. I was singing all the praises of Artur about how well he played and about how he was slicing and dicing through guys and all whatever. Now we have same old Artur back. And guess what? It's because you're not playing Sampdoria. You're not playing against the bums of Serie A. No offense to Serie A. Sampdoria ain't good. They're not a good team this year. It's not going to get it done. He's way too slow. And you saw those issues creep up on you once again. He was getting the ball taken from him. He was getting worked. He looked like, he looked bad. Let's be honest. I know you guys may not love me ripping and ranting right now, but this is the way I feel. Respect my opinion. No, I'm kidding. You guys can let me know your thoughts. If I'm going too harsh, you let me know. I'd love to have a discussion with you guys. I'm frustrated. I thought that, give it a couple hours that I'd cool down. But just to see Juventus's one of the potential cups, that their competition that they're really striving for, crash and burn in this manner at home against all the fans that were there to support you. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I can only imagine what they're thinking walking out of there, out of Allianz Stadium. Rabiot, I'm a little bit heated right now because I did not give this score. This is not the score I gave. I gave a much lower score. Somebody changed this. Alejandro changed this. He was trying to be nicer to Rabiot. He thought Rabiot had a better game. I didn't think so. I didn't like what I saw from Rabiot. There's a point in the game where literally he every time he get the ball, I'm just on repeats now. I'm on repeats from game after game after game after game at this point. It's frustrating because literally I said it last game. And we're back here again, and I'm talking about when you get to the final third, Rabiot doesn't know what to do with the ball. He's Ron Burgundy with his hands, but it's with his feet instead. So saying, I don't know what to do with my hands. He doesn't know what to do with his freaking feet. Trying not to get trying not to get, in trouble. Not trying to get flagged, okay? He doesn't know what to do with his feet. He doesn't know how to complete a simple pass to Cuadrado 10 feet away from him. If you know what feet are, 3 yards. Ish. If we're not doing metric system right now, okay? It's frustrating. Rabiot, I want your season to be done, or I want you to be done after this season. I can't do another season of Adrian Rabiot. At this point in the season, he's supposed to have gotten better, and he is as piss poor as I've seen him be in a long time. Continue on. All right. Vlahovic, my guy, I give you a 5.5. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go back to stats and see if you were able to do much of anything. I'm not trying to crush Vlahovic right away. But I do hold myself to a higher standard when it comes to, or I hold him to a higher standard. I need to hold myself to a higher standard because I came in and it was obviously in a different format because our channel is new. It came out in the summer. But since then, I crushed Ronaldo on a regular basis. People were mad about it. People didn't like it. I need to hold Vlahovic to the same standard because I view him to be in a similar cloth. Maybe, obviously, he's not one of two of the arguably greatest players to ever play, but in his position, I expect him to be contributing accordingly. He is the replacement. He had 2 shots on target, 1 shot off target, 1 successful dribble attempt, 1 that hit the woodwork, 1 big chance miss. Other stats, long balls 2, ground duels 1. Yeah. Don't care about all that. Those were those big moments that you need to finish. It's the reason Juve are paying you like they're paying, and the reason that they forked over the money to Fiorentina to bring you in here, because you're supposed to be worth it. And you should have at least gotten 1 goal in the first half. Morata, similarly, I could say the same. The reason I'm so frustrated is because if they were to do that, I don't think we're sitting here talking about this game the same way. I don't think the floodgates open in the second half if Juve already has a goal up there. If Juve has at least 1 goal up there, I don't know that Rugani goes this crazy with his defending and trying to stop, bleep his face or whatever his name is. Anyway, that guy, I can't remember what it was. But anyway, doing that and causing a penalty and giving up that goal and then the other 2 goals in the way they happened. I don't think any of that happens. Obviously, it's easy to talk in what ifs or what could have been. But in that moment, you need to strike it. And there's one thing that we've learned about Juventus this season is when you have an opportunity in the first half, especially in the first 20 minutes, first 20 to 30 minutes, you need to strike because there's nothing coming after that. And we know that about Juve. It's highly unlikely that much more is coming after that. And I know we talked about it last time after Sampdoria, where we were happy because of the way it happened. Well, let's be honest. One of those goals was, ricocheted off of Yoshida. We got lucky, right? The luck isn't always going to happen. You have to make your own luck at some point, and Juve's not doing it. They're not doing their part. So Vlahovic gets a 5.5. Morata gets a 4.5. Again, just dumb mistakes earlier. I don't know what else I could really say that I really feel like saying, to be honest. He had a huge chance missed. He had a shot off target. He had 2 shots on target, 1 shot blocked. Obviously, multiple opportunities that just literally just trickled down his leg, as Morata tends to do sometimes. And I'm not trying to crush him as hard as I am, but yeah, it's 4.5. And then Max Allegri, who I gave so much credit and was trying to come back on after last match. And I this is where I want to be. I want to be reasonable when I talk about Max Allegri. Because I know so many people are crushing him right now. So many people are saying Allegri out. We need to move on. We can't do this for another season. Well, guess what? You're going to do it for another season, and you're going to like it. You're not going to like it. But you're going to do it for another season. Because Juventus are spending the money, and they have him signed up, and Yeli and him are friends or besties, hanging out, high-fiving, doing all that good stuff, while Juventus continue to lose games. And I understand, they haven't lost games in 15, whatever. Yeah. I'm sorry. Draws to me are losses. I'm sorry, I'm American. That's the way my mind works. That's the way I think. Draws are not something I'm happy about. I'm not drawing little hearts in my notebook, writing down that Juve had another draw against whatever bleep his face. None of that. I'm not happy about it. You shouldn't be happy about it either. If Juve have 15 matches without losing, and 9 of those are draws, and I'm not saying that's what it was, but I'm just saying if that's how it works, that's not good. That can't be good. Like I don't care. I'm sorry. That's not good. We need to stop giving rewards for just anything. You're just giving. I mean, I'm not trying to be participation trophy guy, but that's what it is kind of in this moment. It's not good enough. People are happy with crap football, and it's not. I mean, we talk about beautiful football, and that's not something we have right now. We need to demand more. And that's why you have to turn the screws on some of these guys. That's why right now Juve is feeling like they need to go out there and do something serious this summer, and they need to. Because if we continue doing this and we continue to not have a Scudetto, and if they keep playing like they played today, you're not going to have any trophies this season. You only got one option down. Now you got 2 options down. The Super Copa and this one gone. Now you have the Coppa Italia, which is your best chance right now. You got to go out there and potentially win the second leg against Fiorentina, which after I've seen this, I know Fiorentina is not Villareal, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know that I can expect that. And then you got to go beat Inter or Milan, 2 of the teams at the top of the table in front of you. If you want a Scudetto, which is probably not going to happen, let's be honest. I'm trying to be positive when we do a lot of the videos. I try to be positive. I also try to battle guys because it's boring to hear at the same time, right? It's boring to hear, no, we don't think it's going to happen. Or it's boring to hear, cheerleader guy, everything's great, everything's good. Because it's not. But at the same time, I try to sit down and look at it logistically. Technically, it's possible. I've seen other teams crap down their leg. It could happen. But Juve right now, they went back to their crapping down their leg their ways today, and it was frustrating to watch as a fan. Like I sat through that, and I was like, I should have just taken a nap. I should have just taken a nap today. I was tired. I didn't go to sleep till like 4 or 5 a.m. Woke up a few hours later. I was like, I should have just napped. Why did I even watch this? Right? Anyway, guys. Okay, as it stands right now, what Allegri's doing is not good enough. That's true. That is definitely true. He's deserving all the criticism he gets. 4 rating, not a good performance. We're not prepared. Did not play like they're prepared. Obviously, we can be realistic and look at it. Guys like Chiellini and Bonucci are injured. Bonucci, I can definitely say, Chiellini is obviously, to me, he's one of my favorite Juventus players to ever don this shirt. He is, to me, I think, one of the best defenders I've ever seen in my life. Definitely one of the best center backs. But he's old. His body's wearing down. We shouldn't expect him to be the guy to save our bleep every single time. And he can't right now because he's injured and he's not playing. So you need to lean on Bonucci and De Ligt being the guys for right now until there's another guy who can replace Bonucci or fade Bonucci a little bit, as Bonucci is also up in there in age. So we look at it that way. Obviously, we can talk about the left back situation. Yeah, we know Juventus needs better there, but they need better all across the board. You need to not have to play guys like Rabiot. Rabiot should never see a Juventus. He should never play. He should never play for Juventus again. If they had the option to have Weston McKennie or somebody like that healthy, and I was the coach, that's what I would do. You would never see him play unless somebody else got injured again. Juan Cuadrado, that's a guy we're going to need to look at. Should he be getting a couple more seasons for this? If this is what he's going to perform, there's a couple games he'll come out there and you'll be good. You'll respect him. You'll be happy. But is this good enough? There's reasons why the next option that you look at is like going to play in Arabia. No offense if you're from there, but I'm just saying we go look at the leagues. He's not looking at going to the Premier League. He's not looking at going somewhere to somewhere better. He's maybe making more money because they want to have a bigger star out there because you're getting a Serie A player and they got that money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, not good enough for you, man. Locatelli's got to step it up too. That was our purchase of the summer, and Locatelli has not been impressive as of late. That's the honest truth. I love Locatelli. Obviously, I'm an Italian shill, but he is not good enough right now. We need to get guys like Zakaria healthy. Zakaria, McKinney, guys like that need to come back, and they need to be back as soon as they can. Federico Chiesa, I understand all these guys are injured, And that's why I'm throwing him a little slack right now. Because these pieces are not good enough to win. Obviously not good enough to win Champions League. But at this point, when you're getting a bum that you're playing, I think, no offense, and I know Villareal is not a bum, but in terms of the Champions League of who you could be playing, that you could be Inter out there playing against Liverpool, playing against teams like that, it's a bum. I'm sorry, it is. If you want to argue that with me, you can, but you're wrong. I don't know what else to tell you. You should expect better. Juve needs to demand better from their players and from their ownership. And you got to right the ship. Because right now, if Juve plays like this again next season, and right now it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that they're even making top 4. And that we're even going to be able to complain about Champions League next season. We might be in there in the Europa League. We might be the new Manchester United. We may be what Milan has been for years before until this year. Until, I guess till last year and a half, whatever. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But I just think that's my message as a whole. Demand better. This is not good enough. And we need to expect them to do better. Those are my ratings. Those are my rantings. And that's where I sit right now. I understand not everybody's going to be happy because you want to get on here and you want to hear positive things about your club, who you love, who I love. But this is not good enough. Do better. Guys, please hit the like button. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already enjoyed the channel. Let's go back. Okay, wait, one sec. Fake Justin time. All right, no, I'm kidding when I say fake Justin, but I mean like the hype Justin, right? Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. And we're going to tell you about how great Juve is coming in a few days. They have another match, though, against Salernitana before the international break, and they better step it up. If you haven't already, make sure you follow Bianconeri Zone on Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter as well. I'll see you guys next time. Something's got to give, right? I guess this was it giving. It gave. Whatever. I'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve. Forza Bianconeri.